Again, this is my first book, and it is a book of poems. I actually have something in common with Laura, which is that this book is derived really straight from my journals. These are all personal journal entries. So if you hear a little bit of nerves, I'm telling you my business. I've chosen to read two excerpts because they're fairly short. The book is divided into three sections: baby steps, transitions, and birth, which I feel like are the transitions that you go through when you are learning to find God for the first time. And so this book is all of my poetry from 2003 to 2010 and how I learned about God through my interpersonal relationships. This first excerpt is entitled Baby Steps. It is amazing that our journey with God often begins with people. Take, for example, the devastation of a breakup with your first love. Isn't it crazy to think it impossible of God to love you simply because a human chose to walk away? Yet for most of us, our first steps toward God start out the same way, a mock of the relationships we have with people. In intimate relationships especially, we romanticize reality. We try to force relationships to look like blessings or to change the other person into the ideal human being for God's approval. Just like babies left in a nursery, the truth turns out to be that we are afraid of what will happen between us and God when the other person leaves. Somewhere in the process of standing on our own, as it becomes apparent the doors of frustration sits in, we are left alone to identify our fears and answer why we have chased people into our dreams. A baby eventually depends on whoever is available, if its parents don't return soon enough or at all. Some of us grow, or have grown, to always expect the person to be there, unable to imagine being alone with God. Much like babies, we find temporary replacements. We try to share our new toys with strangers without having read the instructions and often misuse the toy. The good thing is sometimes parents will come back just in time to teach us and the stranger how to properly use the toy. If we have missed their presence, we do not fight them over the toy. We welcome the lesson and treasure the moment in our hearts. The second piece is entitled Hold On. Hold on. I have found that trouble can be good. Yes, in the dark one can find light. Yes, by looking with your ears, waiting on the voice of the Lord and being eager to adhere to his commands. To finally understand, through all of this, God must have a plan. This assurance is the light bulb, your initiation into the fight club, and only faith reigns supreme. It's the only thing which keeps him pleased. To watch you walk out what he gave you on your knees. Your prayer closet may have housed your tears, many shed in fear, but God spoke and you gave an ear. Your energies put to diligence, hitting the pavement, seeking his face. Suddenly, no circumstance can shake your faith about God's place. No, joy is not stolen because it's not the world's to take. No matter what threats they make, they can't touch God's grace. And no, it's no mistake. The hard times hit. It's just God throwing you up a little.